Mr. DesJarlais for 5 minutes.
I thank the chair and thank our witnesses for being here today for this important hearing. Mr. Duvall, as you know, the average U.S. family spends just shy of 10% of their disposable income on food, while other countries experience much higher food costs and spend a higher percentage of their disposable income on food. Many of these countries employ market-distorting farm policies or no farm policy at all, leading to much volatility and availability of and price of their food. What role does farm policy have in stabilizing the availability and price of food in the United States?
It plays a huge role because these farm programs, they bolster the economies in our communities. And as you bolster the economies, we also producing the food and generating the money in our communities to be able to feed our hungry people there. We're the bread basket of the world. We're known that, and we're proud of that. And we should never have hungry people in our communities and across this country. So we look forward to working with y'all to find other solutions to be able to solve this problem.
Okay. We touched upon this the last time you were here, which wasn't long ago, so it's great to have you back. But, here in the committee, we strive to be very conscious of how policies may impact the price of food and in turn place an even greater burden on those struggling to feed their families. I'm greatly concerned when I hear priorities of folks across the aisle, particularly as it relates to imposing burdensome regulations on farmers, whether it be for climate change, WOTUS, or even restrictions on crop protectants and provide cost-effective ways to manage the risk of weeds and pests. You share these concerns, and what is the impact on the overall food supply chain if we arbitrarily increase the cost of production on our farmers and ranchers, and who winds up paying for these mandates?
Well, of course, first of all, we need to be as efficient as we can and do that. We need to streamline the approval of the new tools that are coming down the pipe for our farmers to be more efficient. And then, of course, if you raise the cost to produce that food, someone's got to pay for it, and it's going to be paid for by the consumer at the end of the chain. So farm programs play a role in making sure that we keep the fluctuation of prices from going up and down, and our risk management tools are vitally important to making sure that we can protect our farms and be there year after year after year. So all of this put together helps our country be food secure. And now we got to figure out how best to deliver it to the people that need it, and especially during this pandemic when so many people lost their jobs.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate your comments. And I also want to thank the chair again for his comment at the last hearing about making sure that Farm Bureau, stakeholders, producers would have a seat at the table when we talk about imposing regulations. And so I appreciate his commitment to that as well. And with that, I yield back.